If you're sitting with your legs on, or your feet on the ground, just make sure you've got both feet parallel. Hello, Shankar.
Sorry, I'm late.
It's okay. Legs in, and if you're not, if your feet aren't flat on the floor, legs in a cross-legged position. And if you are able, even for 1 or 2 seconds, to put your legs in the full Vajra posture with both feet above both thighs, opposite feet above opposite thigh, that's fantastic. Otherwise, but try not to, don't hurt yourself. Otherwise, sit in a nice, comfortable, relaxed position, whatever you're most comfortable in. You don't want to be distracted by pain or anything like that. So coccyx slightly raised. And lengthen, let's just lengthen our spine. You just imagine our spine is, we have these pearls of light joined by a light string. Just imagine somebody's above us, very gently lengthening our spine. Just feel it uncrinkling. Let's get all the wrinkles out. Put some air in between those discs. If we've been walking around all day or sitting in a chair, everything kind of gets squashed down. So we need to just stretch it out. Head slightly tipped forward, tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. The eyes are down, whether you have your eyes opened or closed. Looking at about 2 inches in front of you. Relax your jaw. Hands in the meditation mudra with the right hand nestled into the left, thumbs touching. Let's just relax the scalp and your forehead, your temples. And see if you can relax the muscles of the back of the eye. And relax your nose, your cheeks. Relax your ears, your jaw, your mouth. Relax your chin. See what happens if you pay attention to relaxing the chin. Let's go back and relax the back of the scalp, back of the head. The neck, back of the neck, shoulders, throat, chest, arms, hands and fingers, legs, feet and toes. And then let's just go back and check we haven't slumped. Make sure your head is slightly tipped forward. So bring the awareness to the nostrils and your breath. Sensation of the cool air as you're breathing in. Sensation of, you can feel it touching the nostrils as you're breathing in. And slightly warmer air as you're breathing out. So your focus can be on the breath, can also be on the sensation and the base of the nostrils. And we just think how fortunate we are to be able to do this meditation together tonight. It's amazing we're still alive, that we can do this purification practice. So we can do it, we're doing it so we can slowly, step by step, make our way towards enlightenment so we can be of benefit to others. So just keep the mind on the breath for the moment. maybe reflect on our day. Bring the mind to the same place as the body. You'll notice there's many thoughts arising, falling. Just allow them to be there. Try not to follow your thoughts or make a story. Sometimes we even make up stories about things that aren't even true in our mind, and then we even have an emotion about it. We create futures. So just to let it go. So let's just remember this practice, purification practice. There's absolutely nothing that we have done in this life or in past lives. Even things we can't remember, especially things we can't remember. There's nothing that we've done that cannot be purified, which is such an amazingly comforting thing to know. It's all good. This is purely a psychological process. We're doing this practice. Negativity we create with our mind. So we can also create virtue and positivity with our mind, counteract it. So the first of the 4 opponent powers, which is this practice, is the power of regret. So we sincerely regret from the depths of our heart anything we have done to harm any living being today, last week, this life, past lives. We regret anything we've done that we don't remember. So maybe try and think of something that we've done, some action, maybe a slip of the tongue. We said something that we regret. LAMA Yeshe says regret goes a long way to purifying. In fact, I think I may have even heard him say it is, if you sincerely regret, this also is a purification. So based on the logic of karma, everything we're experiencing, everything we see, everything we feel, everything that's given to us, every experience we have, even the touch of the wind on our face, the warmth of the sun, all due to our past karma. So having harmed others, we are necessarily due to experience suffering in the future. Thus, we cannot bear the thought of this future suffering. We really don't want it. From the little suffering that we've experienced this life, or even the great sufferings some people experience, we definitely do not want this. So for this reason, we need to purify, remove the karmic seeds before they ripen in the future. So this is what we're doing here. We're removing karmic seeds. So we think, I regret from the depths of my heart having harmed others with my body and my speech. And here again, let's just think about the vows we may have broken, our bodhisattva vows, our tantric vows, our pratimoksha vows. And there's just regret and the anger, attachment, and all the rest that are the cause of why we harm others. And then think, to whom can I turn? Who is going to help me? So here we have this Guru Vajrasattva. And we rely upon Buddha Vajrasattva. He's our doctor. And he has the methods that we can use to purify. And so we're not asking him to forgive us in any way. We're relying upon his methods. So we can visualize Guru Vajrasattva above the crown of our head. And you can imagine, visualize he is representing, or this is the mind of my Guru, my Lama. Whether your Lama is male or female. Manifesting in this aspect for our benefit. So he's made of radiant, blissful, white light, sitting cross-legged on a lotus. His face is radiant and beautiful. His eyes are long, so he has these lotus-like eyes. And he's full of love and compassion for us. He's looking at us in this way that is completely non-judgmental, accepting, knows everything we've done, knows everything about us, doesn't care, loves us anyway. There's his sweet red mouth. His hair is black and held up in a top knot. His arms are crossed at his heart, left underneath the right, left holding a bell representing wisdom. The right is holding a vajra, which represents the indestructibility of compassion. Their being crossed represents the union of these two, symbolizing enlightenment, the development of infinite wisdom and infinite compassion. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So we just remember here again about developing compassion. So we really need to rely upon other beings, particularly the beings we have harmed and those who have harmed us, by developing compassion for them. So think in particular of somebody that you've harmed recently, perhaps in the past, and then just generally, and then all beings that we have harmed since beginningless time. And then remembering those beings who have harmed us. A little bit more difficult, but we develop compassion for them because the suffering that they have caused us is going to end up as suffering for them. So we have compassion for that. So we make this strong aspiration to purify so we can benefit others for the sake of all sentient beings. Think I must purify for their sake. Then we come to the third opponent power, the power of the remedy. So this is actual medicine. This is the practice. So we visualize purification first of the body. So Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sends powerful white nectar, light and nectar, from his heart, arcs around and enters our crown, pouring into our entire body, filling it completely. So it comes in, pouring in, and it disappears, or it pours out through the lower orifices of our body as this thick, black, yucky smoke. So any harm that we've done to anybody with our body, so we think anybody we've killed, anything we've killed, we don't usually kill people. Sexual misconduct, stealing. So these are the 3 non-virtues of the body that are mentioned in the texts. So just keep visualizing the nectar flowing in, this white nectar filling us as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mempe Yata Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Maha Samaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mempe Yata Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mempe Yata Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe. And so be completely delighted that all the harm we've ever done to any sentient being with our body is now completely purified. And so I think there is no way we could do anything but benefit others now with our body. And Mary, I think somebody is unmuted, so if you wouldn't mind to mute everybody, please. So purification of the speech. This is the next one. So we have these 4 non-virtues of the speech. And one is the first one. It doesn't matter which order, but lying. Lying is not, we all have these judgments about lying. You know, oh, this person lies, blah, blah, blah. The main thing about lying is that it confuses people. So we hear Venerable Rabina saying all the time, you know, we'll say anything just to please somebody, you know. We may not even know whether it's true or not. So if we think it's going to make them happy, we'll say, oh yeah, the shop's down there. Sometimes it may not be. So that's the main problem with lying, is that it confuses others. And it can be harmful. Next one is talking about people behind their backs. We all know the damage that does. Harsh speech, speaking roughly to others, swearing at people, belittling people, being sarcastic with people. And then just rabbiting on about nothing, boring people to death. Mindless gossip. So then we visualize Guru Vajrasattva very happily sending this nectar from his heart chakra. It arcs around and enters through our crown, filling our entire body. And this time forces up to the top of our body all the negativities of our speech, overflowing and disappearing into space, not one atom left. So just like as LAMA YESHE says, when you turn on the tap in the sink and fill the dirty glass, all the junk in the glass comes to the top and overflows. So all this kind of muck coming out of the top part of our body as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawa Siddhi Mempe Yata Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta mebowa sawa siddhi mempe yata sawa kama sutta me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramami mutta vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vadrasapa samaya manupalaya vadrasapa dina patita dita mebowa sutokaya mebowa supokaya mebowa anarakta mebowa sawa siddhi mempe yata sawa kama sutta me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramami mutta vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Again, feel so happy that our speech is now completely purified, and imagine that it's not possible that we could do anything other than be of benefit to others with our speech. So now we purify the mind, and Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately now sending powerful beams of laser light this time from his heart chakra, which arcs around, enters the crown of our heads and fills our entire being. So you can just, as Lama Yeshe says, when you turn on a light in a room, the darkness is instantly dispelled. So in the same here. The minute the light hits our heart, our delusions are instantly dispelled. So all our attachment and our neediness, the anger, the violence, the depression, resentment, and jealousy, bitterness, all instantly dispelled, not one atom left, as we recite the mantra. Om Vadrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebowa Stokayo Mebowa Supokayo Mebowa Anarakta Mebowa Sawasiddhi Mempi Yata Sawa Kama Sutta Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita mebowa, sutokayo mebowa, supokayo mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasiddhi mepe yata sawa kama sutta me, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha ha ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramami mutta vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita dita mebowa sutrakaya mebowa supokayo mebowa anarakta mebowa sawasiddhi mepe yata sawa kama sutta me sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajramami mutta vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. And just think how amazing all the negativities of our speech completely purified. And there's nothing in our heart now, no room in our heart for anything other than love and kindness, compassion, wisdom and bliss. So now this last one, we purify this, even the subtle imprints of negativity of the body, speech and mind. So if we can try and do the previous 3 visualizations all at the same time. So it's very, very busy. So if it's a little bit difficult, just imagine white light. Doesn't matter, white light and nectar all coming at the same time, dispelling even these subtle imprints of these negativities of our body, speech and mind. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebowa Sutokaya Mebowa Supokaya Mebowa Anarakta Mebowa Sawasiddhi Mempe Yata Sawa Kama Sutta Me Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Vajramami Mutta Vajrabhava Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasiddhi mempe yata sawa kama sutta me, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tathagata vajramami mutta vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasiddhi mempe yata sawa kama sutta me, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tathagata vajramami mutta vajrabhava mahasamaya sattva ahum pay. So now we feel we're completely purified. Not one atom of negativity left in our mind stream. Even the subtlest obscurations to omniscience have been purified. So here we come to the fourth opponent power, the power of resolve. This is such a crucial step, this determination to not harm with our body, speech, and mind again. And it doesn't matter that every day somehow it happens again. We just reaffirm, keep plugging away, keep making this determination. And eventually the habits will become less and less and less. And one day you'll realize, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. So we just have to have patience with ourselves. And without this, we're going to keep doing the same old things over and over again. So this is a determination. We can make an aspiration not to harm again. It becomes like a beacon, guides us. And remember, as Lama Rinpoche says, everything exists on the tip of a wish. This aspiration. So as for our other old habits, if we can't commit never to do them again, and maybe that's kind of a realistic thing to realize, that perhaps we just start out with baby steps. So we just don't lie to ourselves, we just do what we can. So we just think of something, maybe just one thing between now and tomorrow. Maybe the next 24 hours. Within that period of time, perhaps, we won't do something. We will try and stop the habit of doing something for 5 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, an hour. Overnight's always a good one, because while we're asleep, we're not doing terribly much. And then we try and make do a vow, make a vow to make an effort to try and avoid our other habits. And this gives us the strength to change. So next, we can visualize Guru Vajrasattva is delighted with us. So he merges with our mind, melts into white light, absorbs into us through our crown. So think my Guru's body, speech and mind, Vajrasattva's body, speech and mind, my own body, speech and mind, the same thing. LAMA YESHE calls this union, oneness. So next, Lama Rinpoche recommends we meditate on the emptiness of the 3 circles. In emptiness, there is no I, the creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma. And there is no negative karma created. So at whatever level we understand emptiness, just think about this for a moment. Just remembering that all phenomena are empty, do not exist from their own side, not fixed, solid, permanent. And things are not really the way we think they are. Things appear according to our mind, to our state of mind. So now, just let's dedicate the merit, all this positive energy we've created this evening. Mary, I'm wondering if you have those prayers. Oh yeah, thank you so much. It's great. Okay, immeasurable equanimity. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were to abide in equanimity, free from the closeness of attachment and the distance of hatred. May they abide in equanimity, I myself will cause them to abide in equanimity. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. Immeasurable loving kindness. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were to achieve Buddhahood. May they achieve Buddhahood. I myself will cause them to achieve Buddhahood. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. Immeasurable compassion. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they be free from suffering and its causes. I myself will cause them to be free from suffering and its causes. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. And immeasurable joyfulness. How wonderful it would be if all sentient beings were never separated from the happiness of higher rebirth and liberation. May they never be separated from these. I myself will cause them never to be separated from these. Please, Guru Deity, bless me to be able to do this. And dedication prayers as a result of the 3 times merits of myself and others. May bodhicitta, from which the happiness of all sentient beings comes, be generated in the minds of self and other sentient beings without delay, even for 1 second. And that which has been generated, may it increase. So let's just go straight to the long life prayers for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in the world, to incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso, I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you who upholds the Jew's moral way, who serves as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplish magnificent prayers honoring the 3 jewels, save of myself and others, your disciples, please live long. And Lama Usul. Venerable One, to you whose kindness exceeds that of all the conquerors, for those wanderers in far-off places, especially the West, mindful of your loving concern for us in intentionally descending again into a family of a far distant land, we make this request. O Lama, please live long. Oopsie, we're a bit over. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, look, more people came. Nice to see you.